The challenge with LED nowadays, Mark and I have both discovered in homes, is you've got to be very LED educated because it is possible to totally destroy the look of your
Yes.
freshly remodeled space. Lighting.
Oh, it can ruin the whole.
It
I
can
walk
ruin
by.
the
I
whole
walk
thing,
by
yeah.
a house every day almost, and it has the most horrible lighting, and it's a multi-million-dollar house. And I think to myself, gosh, who lives there? Because they need some help. No pressure.
Hi, it's Pete.
And I'm Mark, and we're the Real Estate Dream Team.
Oh my gosh, Mark, why the heck should they listen to yet another real estate podcast? Well, I will share my why, and that is we'd love to tell you how to get those keys the smart way.
And help you crank those gears that turn your dreams into homes.
There you go. Let's roll,
Let's
baby.
roll, baby.
So, POV, you, homeowner, you want to refresh your home, and you want to know what are the latest trends? What should you focus on? Where's the best place to spend your dollars? Mark and I thought we'd just do a quick flash back and forth of what we're thinking.
Right. Kitchen or bathroom?
So, kitchen.
Kitchen. Interesting.
You think so? Okay.
Grass?
Brass or gold?
Grass or gold?
I would go gold.
I would go gold too. I would go with kitchen too, by the way.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quartz or granite?
Quartz.
Nice.
Granite is timeless, but the quartz is just sometimes has something extra in it.
Okay.
What about you?
Quartz as well.
Yeah.
I go quartz. Although actually the one we didn't ask about, I'd go soapstone. Soapstone is one of my favorite, most underutilized, sexy colors. You're looking for trendless.
Yeah.
That is one that always is. Okay, so let's talk backsplashes. Okay. Are you tile or are you solid sheets of stone?
Oh, right now I like solid sheet.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
Interesting stone, not just like
there you
generic,
go.
Right?
Not the builder basic.
Yes.
Right? Oh my gosh. Yes, totally. Then if you go tile, are you going off the rack or are you going like Ansax or Zellish or
you gotta splash on the backsplash, no pun intended.
Yeah.
You gotta really
Every
make it
pun
a
intended.
wow piece, right?
Splash with the splash, yeah.
You gotta really go all in on it because it's such a small area anyway, relatively speaking. So it's not gonna cost you that much more to actually have some pizzazz where people walk in and go, whoa, what's that?
Speaking of whoa,
Yeah.
Okay, trough sink or farmhouse sink?
And
do you know the difference, people?
Yeah.
Should we talk about the difference?
What is the difference?
What is the
Let's
difference?
start with that.
Okay, so farmhouse sink has a deep, deep, deep apron on the front. And it almost looks like it was slid into the cabinetry.
You've seen it.
Okay. Yeah. Trough sink is more of like a commercial sink. It's a rectangle and it almost looks like a drop-in. It's done different ways. Anyway, what do you think?
I like the visual of that farmhouse, but sometimes it can be too much for the kitchen. If that makes sense.
Well, I think farmhouse with like an MCM, mid-century modern style house, clean lines, or a modern house, just looks off. It looks off. But either one of them is generally a rectangle sink, and a clean rectangle non-divided sink is pretty awesome. And in that case, those undivided sinks, undivided holes. Come in oval nowadays. They come as giant circles. I had a very particular space. I had to fit one in, and I actually got a rounded square one. Okay. All did the same thing with the off center. There's a key. If you're looking for a good sink, get one with the off center drain. Why? Because post-pandemic, everybody thinks they're a chef of some sort, and you had to be during pandemia, right? And when you have a big pot of pasta or soup or whatever, and you put it down in the sink, it's the worst when the drain is covered by the pot.
Yeah, in the middle.
By the middle. Yeah, so it's one of those things that people that aspire to be a chef, home chef, think they are a chef, that's a little kitchen detail that might very well get your home sold. Yeah. It's one of those underrated details.
So what about IKEA style cabinets versus custom built-in cabinets that are, on the spot?
Okay.
Made on the spot?
Great question. That is a price point question. But generally, I will say IKEA, you've upped your game. I'd probably go IKEA. and I would splash out on a really sexy backsplash.
Yes.
Because people don't necessarily see at first blush the quality that you spend on cabinetry, but they do notice whether your tile is Home Depot special, clearance special, or whether it's something special that came from a stone yard or something like that.
Exactly. I mean, and really the level of, if you're not hard on your cabinetry, the level of quality of IKEA is actually not, for the price point, is pretty amazing.
Pretty good.
Pretty amazing.
So speaking of cabinets, under cabinet lighting or under kickback lighting, or where's your priority on lightings when it comes to cabinets?
I would do under cabinet lighting first, but if you have the budget, definitely do the under cabinet lighting.
Kick plate lighting.
And the same with statement chandeliers in the kitchen versus just recessed lighting. You know, that can also make a big wow factor when you have nice pendulum lighting or anything lighting related in the kitchen, gives it that little extra, right?
So there's a question. So a quick upgrade, incandescent or LED lighting? You definitely want to go LED. The challenge with LED nowadays, Mark and I have both discovered in homes, is you've got to be very LED educated. Because it is possible to totally destroy the look of your freshly remodeled space, whatever that is, bathroom, kitchen, movie room, office, with the wrong lumens on your LED
wrong hue of
lighting.
Oh, it can ruin the whole. I walk by a house every day almost, and it has the most horrible lighting, and it's a multi-million-dollar house. And I think to myself, gosh, who lives there? Because they need some help. Because it's like ultra stark lighting, and it just hurts me when I see that.
It just hurts.
Anyway.
It just hurts. Okay. Wallpaper, no wallpaper?
Wallpaper all day long. I love wallpaper.
I have to agree with that. I have to agree with that. Especially in a half bath.
Yeah,
if you've got a guest bathroom, you've got to do wallpaper.
Always.
Okay, wallpaper, ceiling or no?
Ooh, I haven't thought about that. Depends on the room. Where are you thinking that?
Fair enough. Some of the best wallpaper treatments on ceilings I've seen is definitely that half bath we were just talking about, and primary bedroom.
Really?
Wallpaper on the ceiling of the primary bedroom.
Something new. That's
a really cool treatment. And then also, definitely the wall behind your desk in offices.
Yes.
To be that one that everybody talks about on the Zoom call, because who doesn't want to be?
Exactly. You've got to have a statement wall in your house, right?
There you go.
You know, there's somewhere.
And I think that is trendless. We were part of our thinking of this POV was just, design that is trendless, because when you spend money, you'd like to have the money come back and then some in regards to your home. And I would say that, a statement wall
in your office is key. Also in your dining room. But so let's go back to half bath versus your master bath. Which one needs to be more, have more personality and character?
Half bath.
Yeah.
Half bath for sure. Because
people miss that.
Because your primary is your source of serenity.
That's right. And people usually don't see it. Right. So you're not trying to make a statement. Right.
You're trying to just give yourself a hug at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day. So along those lines, coffee station, refrigerator in the primary, or no? Is that too much?
Yeah, I think that's too much. Personal.
I disagree. There you go.
Really?
I think if you can come up with a morning beverage station in your secluded space, I think you should totally do it. Absolutely. And there's all different ways to do it. Like I've seen it and I've done it. And like I've gone and salvaged an old armoire and really turned that into something special.
I can see.
I mean, there's ways to make it. Yeah.
Well, timeless is the key, but if you're going to make a statement, those can be trendy. So be prepared to change it out. Once you sell the house, once you get ready to sell the house, you may have to change your trendy half bath into something different.
You refreshing, clicker people out there. I would say, please take this away, Mark, and I would urge you, and that is just be smart.
Yes.
That's the best way to be trendless, is just to be smart with any of your choices. Make it look like it's on purpose, intentional, and most importantly, in keeping with the style of your home.
Has to still fit into the whole thing.
Absolutely. Please do not paint all the gorgeous paneling in your Tudor revival home matte black with fluorescent accents or something like that.
It's still a Tudor.
It is still a Tudor at the end of the day, and they
Yeah.
just didn't do fluorescent paint back in the time of Shakespeare and things.
No. So there you have it. Another quick
Fast and
lesson from
Furious.
us on real estate keys and gears here. So like, subscribe, follow us. We'd love to answer your questions. So comment down below or send us an email.